Hey, William.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You able to get on okay?
Yeah.
How you doing over there in New York? 2 o'clock already? Damn. The day
Yeah,
would
it's
all
already two.
day's almost over over there.
Uh-huh.
How you been today?
Uh, Not pretty good. Same old.
Have you in between like work, class, or where are you right now?
Today is my off day.
Okay, okay. And you're trying to get your BSN right now. So you're a nurse, but you're trying to get your BSN. What are you trying to do after?
Uh, my plan is probably to try to pick up or find a program for nurse practitioner.
Okay, okay. NP route.
But yeah, costs money. Then you have to try to see like if you get some uh reimbursements for it versus coming out of your own pocket. So it's a little I don't know how fast it can start it.
Okay. How long you been a nurse for?
Uh, I think right now it's like 12 years.
Longer than me. I started in 2018. So
Uh,
12 years. And then you were in ER the whole time, and then you moved over to PACU?
20 2015, I started ER. I did visiting nurse and hospice beforehand.
Okay.
Then I was in the ER 2015. I stayed as an ER nurse until 2023.
Oh, okay. So recent, you just
Yeah.
switched over to PACU.
So I switched over Fat Pack U early, actually early this year.
Okay.
Early this year I
Okay.
did.
How do you like it? I'm assuming it's way chiller.
In my hospital is chill.
Yeah.
If
Everybody
you work
always
in a
wanted to go
Yeah,
PACU.
if you work at a like a level one trauma,
Yeah.
that Pack U is gonna have ICU cases, like neurological cases and stuff like that. Since I work in a community hospital, we don't get a lot of cases throughout the day.
Oh, okay.
So right now, it's probably, I would say, 1 to 2 cases I get per
Nice.
10-hour shift.
Okay. You do 410s,
I do I do 3 tens and one short day.
which is a 8 hour, or what do you guys
It's
get?
an 8 hour.
Okay. That's kind of okay. That's interesting. It's like a different kind of setup.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for getting on the call with me, man. Kind of how this works is I just kind of go over what's going on with you, what you're trying to get to, and what's stopping you. And then if I can see I can help, I'll offer. And if not, I'll let you know. I'll be very upfront. Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So what's up? I saw that picture. You look pretty good in shape already than most people that work with me. So what's the goal?
The goal is probably at my age just to probably get more organized with everything. I feel like I know a lot, but then at the same time, I am also disorganized. There's things with school. There's also things with, regular adulting that you have to take care of. And then I feel like with diet and working out, I'm like, oh, I've been doing it for a while and I just am out of the rut. So
How old are you? 30, 35?
I am 41,
No.
going on I'll be 42 starting the new year.
Okay. Well, you're adamant to like fitness keeps you young because you look like you're in your 30s. I don't know if that's what you want. I always want to look older because I've always looked young all my life. So I'm like the opposite.
Um, I've always looked younger, but I've also adopted all these like health things probably when I started around college. And yeah, so as I got older and as I went through school, then I started to understand things better. So I always try to keep focused, but I think now there's like I think I'm just seeking out so much information that sometimes I get like confused or oh, I'm doing this, and then it's like I don't get the results that I want.
Hmm,
I've
hmm.
had personal trainers in the past, but when it comes to like diet, it's kind of like a little bit all over the place.
Okay. And then, so what got you
So,
interested to get on a call? Because obviously, You would know what to do, but what is it that got you interested to get on a phone call and work, possibly work with somebody?
Somebody with experience, but also medical experience, so that because I mean, obviously the personal trainers don't have any medical experience, so they tell you, "Oh, do this, take that," but you're losing the component of, "Oh, but this is what's going on in my body right now. Can I what?" There's no answers for that.
Yeah, no, I
So
get
I've
that.
had doctors in the past who, because I've used stuff in the past, obviously, but the
TRT or
doctors,
what specifically?
uh, TRT, other types of steroids, but when it came
This is
to,
a safe space. Feel free to what are you
I
master on
mean,
Primobolan?
well, now just TRT. It's
Hmm.
been, I would say, about a good 2 years just on TRT,
What's
just
your dose right
testosterone.
now?
My dose right now is 300 spread out during the week.
Okay, you do
So
every other day, or what do you do?
I do like every other day.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So 300, and then you're consistently like, working out right now. You mentioned that was the hardest part, like being consistent, because you're saying like 2 days sometimes and 3 days another week, and
Well, it's well, since I've had a lot of changes within, I would say, the start of 2025,
uh-huh.
started classes, then I transitioned to PACU. I also transitioned from doing night shift for about 10 years. So like I had to get adjusted to the sleep schedule, also had to get adjusted to the work schedule, um, also with schooling. So it's like I started a lot of things, and I don't know. It's just sometimes it gets confusing. So I need
Guidance or just kind of like direction.
uh yes, direction.
Uh-huh. And then you're done with night shift, right?
Yeah, I don't do night shift anymore. My
Yeah, that's a
schedule,
you're a nurse, you know that's a main carcinogen, right?
no.
Like there's no way.
So yeah, that's the reason why when I found the opportunity transfer from ER to PACU, I did it right away. Everybody was
Yeah.
like, "No, don't do it." I'm like, "No, I can't do this night sh shift shit anymore. I can't."
My wife, or she was a girlfriend at the time, and I was like, the first thing you gotta do is quit your job. There's no way. Like you can't do night shift. You're just there's as a nurse, you know the issues, and it's like it's not it doesn't matter how much pay. Like you need your sleep, circadian rhythms. There's no way you're gonna figure it out. Then on top of that, you try to be fit. There's no way. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do right now as far as you do push pull legs from what I see? What diet specifically you follow? Was just that layout of like toast, eggs, chicken rice?
I mean, that's the routine. Follow, I haven't really followed anything specifically, just clean, whole foods as much as possible. I don't uh, eat junk food. I don't drink soda. Water, coffee is the only thing I drink. I remembered some measurements in the past. Like I just eat like let's say for example, for the meal prep, all I do is put like 100 grams of rice, 200 grams or 250 grams of chicken, two of them, call it a day. So I don't know if it's like I'm not really calculating. I'm not really doing everything like body weight. Um,
You already measure stuff. You're just going off something you've done before, and you're already kind of eating clean.
correct.
And it just sounds like during the weekend, during the week too, you're doing cheat meals and just things on top of everything, or
Weekends only, cheat meals, but not cheat meals all day. Just let's say just one time on Saturday, one time on Sunday. If I do it on
yeah,
Sunday,
you're going
usually
out, yeah,
yeah.
going out the next day you're doing a brunch or a lunch. Yeah, yeah, totally get it. Okay. Um, and then what's the main motivator to get someone working with you just to have the focus and like the peace of mind to take this out of your hands and someone that knows what he's doing in the medical field, or what's motivating
Correct.
William to kind of get started on the New Year's Eve a little early this year?
So let me see, like 3 months ago, because I did all the like 3 months ago, I went to see a doctor just for like routine physical. Went on the scale. I was like, oh shit. So have to clean up some stuff. Then just to put a chemical muzzle on my mouth, I tried rituximab. Okay, then that kind of fixed everything. So I'm not taking that anymore because I don't need that for long term. I just need it to like a control factor so I can get back to like the mental state of just sticking to
Yeah.
the
Get the
meal prep.
momentum going. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
What was that weight
The weight three
that you
months
saw
ago
and you saw
was
were like,
190.
okay. And that was like way out of
Now
your,
it's 175. Depending what you eat, you're gonna go up like 5 pounds.
yeah.
So like 175, 180.
Are you trying to get a specific weight or a specific look?
More a specific look. Like I'm not trying to obviously because my daytime job takes up a lot of time and then with school, I'm not trying to go like bodybuilding route, but at least
Just tight, right? Tight
just
abs,
tight.
look good in the scrubs,
Yeah,
go out, take your shirt off, be happy. Yeah.
correct. Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
be like going to like on vacation and then you're like, oh, feeling like crap.
Weighing my,
Not
yeah.
feeling crap. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, I get it. Because you work hard, you want to enjoy when you do go out to vacations and actually just like not worry about how you look, right? You only get so many, especially working full time at a job. So I get it. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. And then let's say 4 months from now. So what's this? March going into April. That's when my baby boy is coming out. But okay, 4 months from now, how is this a
Mhm.
success in your eyes? If you're less than 175, or you just have abs and you're happy, you feel like you have less stuff on your plate. Like how are you measuring this? Is what I'm trying to get to.
I just how I usually measure everything is clothing and the mirror. I don't like to use the scale so much. Um,
You're speaking my language now. There you go.
yeah, I don't use the scale because the scale, there's so many components in your body that tell you that number. So I just do mirror and clothing.
Yeah. You're a nurse.
Um,
You get it, right? Like it's
yeah,
we're not going off the monitor and have no symptoms. We're going off how we feel first. And the scale weight is just a metric. We're just going to use it, but we also have specific knowledge of how we feel and how we look that really we're going off of, right? We don't just go off the monitor if it's giving us a tachycardia. We're just going to freak out
correct.
all of a sudden. We got to check both ends. So yeah, makes sense. Okay. Um, do you? I think I can help based on what you've told me. Are you okay if I just share how I help people?
Yeah.
Okay. So how it works for me is there's three pillars in anything I do, which is like fitness, nutrition, accountability. The fitness part, like you're already doing push pull legs. I would say a minimum of 3 days is what you need. You just tell me how many days you want to work out, and based on how your body looks, like based on that picture, I would say you would focus on the chest, shoulders area specifically. That's what I would recommend, but you just would let me know what you want to focus on, and then I make a workout plan based on how many days you can work out. Okay. And then because I wouldn't give you like a 5 day or a 7 day when I know you're working three tens and an eight, right? So we would go off of that, right? I worked 12 hours and I was able to get in shape, just being able to follow what I had. Because in the end, you're not going to work out during a 12-hour shift. You have to either do it
Mm,
before or after, and you have to do it on the days you're off, right? Makes
yeah.
sense so far. And then the diet, I base it on the foods you like, right? Because I'm not going to write a plan. It doesn't matter how great it is, but if it's not using the foods you already enjoy eating, you're already eating kind of clean, you're not going to follow it, right? So if give you 3 eggs in the morning, you're like, I hate eggs. Like that's not going to be on your plan. So if you had a workout plan that you can work out based on the days you tell me you can work out, and you followed a diet plan with the foods that you like, do you think you would already start getting better results?
Yeah, I should because
Right.
I've done similar things with personal trainers, and usually I just follow everything that I'm being told.
Good.
I
Yeah. So
just
you've already done the
Yeah,
plan before. Okay.
but the one thing that they don't do is give me the teaching. You know how when you have your patients and you try to tell them, okay, when you tell them this is what you have to do and this is what you have to do to continue to, I think that's one of the components that I'm missing. Like I
Because
understand.
Most likely they don't know. And just like a doctor, they have other people they got to focus on the actual like physical thing of doing, right? A surgeon does the physical activity, just like a trainer does the physical activity. But that didactic and teaching someone it, that's like where we fall in, right? We have to like understand what the doctor's saying and explain it to our patients, right? So same kind of concept. This is more like the strategy of what you're doing. You already know how to work out, so you don't need a personal trainer. Plus, they're kind of like overpriced, like per hour, because they're charging
Correct.
per time. You just need focused strategy, from my opinion, to get to where I've gotten other guys before, right? But like, if I gave you the perfect workout plan and the perfect diet plan, it doesn't matter if you're not following it every week, right? So that's where
Correct.
the third part is the accountability. That's where I check it, just like this, a Zoom call that we're doing now. We check in every week, or I will send you a video. If I see any like flags that you're not following, we'll get on a call. Otherwise, it's just text, just email. We're going back and forth every week. I tell people you have a nurse in your pocket that just knows what he's doing, and you have to hit certain metrics that I know you have to hit. So each week you're progressing. Because I work with, for you, I would say you need a 4 month plan.
Hmm.
That's because I have certain like standards that you have to hit, and I'll tell you, hey, you're not hitting the standard we agreed upon, right? So this is kind of like gets the most of the hard work done up front. So every week you're progressing. And the reason I think it'll help you is because I don't generally add stuff to your plate. I take away, right? You're not doing 50 things that are all healthy, but you're not sure which one's for you. You just have a specific plan that you follow, and we just go every week and you just tell me that you follow it or not, and we figure out why you're not following it. It's very simple.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. So, because the last thing I want to give you is I don't want to give you a plan and then you're following it and then you don't realize it's not what you wanted, right?
Correct.
Because then it's like you're just wasting your time. So it's specific, getting a single digit body fat, and that's just because that's where your abs show, right? This is a specific plan for that. This is not your sisters or your friend's nutritionist that just worried about your gut health, and it's not your surgeon or your doctor that's going to give you surgery or Ozempic. This is just a specific routine that I do based on my bodybuilding history and just my practice in nursing that I know everything as far as pharmacology as well. Does all that make sense? Any questions about that?
No, it makes sense. It makes
Okay.
sense.
Does that sound like different than what you've been doing before? Does it sound like it's actually going to help you this time?
Um, it in terms of like accountability and someone like monitoring is a little bit different. I In the past, I really didn't have anyone monitoring. I mean, personal trainer will look at you and be like, "Oh, let me see," and they're like, "Oh," but they don't tell you, "Okay, you need to reduce this when it comes to your diet, or you need to probably focus on getting more sleep because, you know, or whatever the case may be."
Yeah.
Sometimes, like when I would tell them, let's say, for example, when I was doing night shift and I was on some hormones, there's no type of I would say insight about that either. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh,
I get
look,
I had a coach one time and I was in the middle of my 12-hour shifts and I got lab work. He didn't even want me to get lab work. I just got it for myself. And he had me on Masteron and testosterone for like more than 12 weeks. And
okay,
I was like, hey, my freaking estrogen's high. And I was like, we're not even taking like an AI, we're not even doing anything to like counteract the high estrogen. And he was like, nope, keep going. I was like, all right, like you just don't get it. Like you
yeah,
don't even know about labs. Like, so I get it. Like that's what we do here. And that's what I'm like. There's no one else that does this in my eyes. That's a nurse and bodybuilding experience. So I'm doing both. Um,
correct,
so if
yeah,
you're interested, I'd want you to work with you, but I would also tell you it's going to take at least 3 to 4 months, right? Because
no, yeah,
you're
I
already doing most of the stuff. I'm just going to tweak some things for you, and you're gonna be fly.
okay. I
Does that
mean,
make
that's
sense?
what, yeah, it makes sense. I had, I think it was in 2020, early 2024. I had tried out one of those TRT companies that they prescribe you um, testosterone plus some peptides. I think around like after 3 months. I think when I was due to get some blood work, the thing that I didn't like is that I didn't get to see the blood work. I went to a
Oh,
laboratory, they sent the lab results to them, but they're just telling me, oh, this is good, this is good. No, I want to know numbers.
but it's your actual lab work, and they didn't show you.
No, they wouldn't show me. And I tried getting the lab work online, and it was just like I couldn't grab it for some reason. It was kind of bizarre. Then when I
Okay.
asked, okay, so what is the cycle period? Like I know all these things I can't be taking for a long period of time. So it was already like up to 6 months. And they said, oh no, no, you can take for this weird extended period. I'm like, no.
Uh,
So I closed off with that, didn't go off, didn't continue with them anymore, and I just stayed with testosterone. That was it.
and are you getting it right now from your doctor, or if you can share?
So my doctor is new. Already told him that I have used in the past. I'm on it right now. I'm going to make an appointment this month to do additional lab work. All the general studies look fine, but this time I need to see hormones.
Yeah,
He said that
yeah,
he was going to
specifically.
do hormones this time around.
Yeah, because you have to ask.
Um,
They just do a regular like CBC. You have to ask for, you obviously want the hemoglobin hematocrit, but you also want to ask for the estradiol, right? The PSAs.
correct,
There's specific things
correct.
that you obviously are going to check out for. Um, yeah, but I'm really surprised that someone didn't send you your blood work. 'Cause that's literally like
No,
your information.
yeah, that was like it was like a bit. That was a red flag, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
huge.
Then the amount of money was like a little like at the time I was a travel nurse doing ER, so I could afford it. But then I was like, So testosterone, I get it from someone I trust. It's
That's
not
all.
like a
I get it.
sticker
I
and
get
all
it.
that
That's
stuff,
all
you
you have to
know,
say.
you
All
know.
you have to say. I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
And then I would want to see your labs. I want you to have your labs when you send them to me, and then we'll go over like just like this on a phone call together. It's just that's just like basic stuff, right? For nurses at least.
yeah.
Maybe not out there in the marketing world,
You-
but
well, you know, there's some doctors that will look at it and tell you something because they don't have much of a knowledge base when it comes to hormones. They know
that was the
everything else
biggest.
about
Yeah,
diseases
yeah.
and how to give you some medication to, modify some symptoms or whatever. But when it comes to, progressive health and wellness, no, no clue whatsoever. They can't tell you, oh, you're lower this one, or maybe you have to stop taking this one. They can't do it. They just can't do it.
It's
I
just
had
not in their
one
field. Yeah,
doctor that wanted me to stop completely and then give me I forget what it was. Um
clomiphene.
yeah, he wanted me to be on that for a period of time, and I'm telling him my energy is low. I'm feeling depressed. He's like, but you have to be on it for a little bit to take effect. And I said, you don't understand.
No, if anything, it's worse
You're
because it's going to the
wanting
liver.
exactly.
Like,
So
uh, it makes sense though, right? Like if you think about it, like specific knowledge, doctors are trained to help sick people. We're not sick, we're just trying to optimize our health. So they wouldn't even know where we're trying to get, and they're trying to give you the information based on what they know, but it's our fault for going to them. I've had this conversation with many surgeons, and I'm like, oh, okay, so just nobody knows. Like, okay, so you guys just don't know anything about this. Versus like bodybuilders have been doing this for years, and year in and year out, build muscle and get lean every year, right? So like just using that knowledge and then using the background of knowing what lab work does and what we should be checking, just using both circles. So it's like it's a specific knowledge, and obviously it's only for guys that like want to optimize. Not everyone does, but it's what I do, right? So yeah, it makes sense. Clomiphene, liver, second bypass, more toxic than just doing an IM injection. So and then if you want to titrate, then what? You have to wait another 4 weeks for the half the pill takes in, and like it doesn't make sense.
correct.
But okay, when did you want to start on this?
Well, if everything is good and if it's, I mean, obviously fits within the budget, then I can probably consider starting it as soon. Um, if
Do
you
you care if I
know,
share how much it is first before you?
what was that?
Do you care if I
For
share how much it is so you know?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Go
it's
for it.
for 4 months.
Um,
It's 2K. It's very. That's it. Straight up.
okay.
Okay. How does that sound?
It doesn't sound so bad. I've heard crazier, and also and then also telling me, oh, I want you to take these types of labs with this. So they were trying to sell me lab work from another company, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I can just go use my insurance, get the lab work, tell the doctor X, Y, and Z, so I can see the results. So,
William, you're not the typical client, right? You're smart, so you know what to do. This is just like, give me someone that knows specifically what I want, let me get it. And then after that, you're not going to work with me the rest of the year because you'll know what to do after, right? So it's just an acute period where you just kind of get specialized knowledge and you have my number after this. So that's what it is. So if you are do want to continue, all it is, let me just send you the link now and then
mhm.
let me know if you get it. It's a simple PayPal link. Let's see. All right, let me know if you have it here. And then if you do get it, just go ahead and fill it out
Yes.
and then go ahead and fill it out. And when you fill it out, we have to link your next call after this. So let me know when you're done.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I have.
You going anywhere for the holidays?
No, because I have to work the day before and the day after Christmas. But
My wife,
January, I have some time off.
my wife too. Yeah, she's working Christmas Day, so we're just gonna my 1 year old. We're gonna pretend like it's Christmas on the 23rd.
So I got this is a link.
Yeah, it's just a simple PayPal link.
Mm, mm, It's coming up as a picture. It won't.
Are you able to just like click? It's like it's a QR code, right? It says Eddie Lar LLC, and you just click it, and it says open in PayPal or open in Safari, however you like.
No, it comes up as a JPEG. So when I click it, it just comes up like
Okay, let me see. I'll send you a link then. Let's do this. All right, I sent you a link. That'll be easier for you. Why'd you switch to full time from traveling if traveling paid well?
what happened was that for New York City, um, I was concentrating my contracts with the public healthcare system since the public healthcare system in New York City is the largest in the United States. There's more contracts.
Oh, okay, okay.
I went to a private hospital system and it was a disaster. It was crazy. There was every single day. That was the only time I did day shift. Every single day, I was always getting 12 to 15 patients on handoff. Then we had at the same time with those 12 to 15 patients, half of those patients were patients that were admitted with no bed for almost 3 days.
Oof.
So I was receiving ER cases, plus I had to manage med surge cases that wouldn't get a bed. So every day it was like I was going in and dropping the F bomb every 5 seconds because I have these new people. Okay, I got a guy that's a possible seizure, and then this one I needed to give like 12 medications because they didn't get a bed upstairs. So
That's the message
it was
one. So
like
like it's
running around every single minute of the day for 12 hours. Then they put me in critical ER every single day for I don't know how many weeks. And it was when you have five patients that are critical, it's crazy. You can't juggle
did you
that.
have five?
I, one time I had five.
I
You
don't
can
even
have it
I've never heard it like
intubated
past two here in
plus,
California.
yo, I'm telling you, in New Jersey and New York, it's a factory. It's a
Okay.
factory. There is no law like in California where it's like I don't know what is the uh four
I've
patients
seen
to a
two.
nurse.
I only saw two.
No
Yeah.
law, no
Yeah.
law. The the hospital system I work for has created rules that they say, okay, if you work in the ER, it's probably like 8 to 1. And depending which ER you work in, if you're working in a level one trauma, you're gonna get you're gonna work.
Okay.
A hospital that I'm working for now, I did one contract there. It was easy. So I ended up staying there, and then I became staff there. So I had to, I took a pay cut, work-life balance.
Yeah. Less
I did
stressed out.
have that balance, but the thing is, you had to always look for a contract when it was your time when a contract ended.
Yeah.
That lag period could be a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you have no income coming in.
Yeah.
And I didn't have like a per diem because a lot of the per diems request you to be like 2 days a week or something like that. So I didn't have the flexibility. So I said, I have to go back to school. I need to finish some goals. So that's what I ended up doing. I just went back to the hospital where I know it's easier. I don't get that much work. And I just stayed there. But
It's a huge
that's,
factor. When you go
yeah.
in and you're not like hating your 12-hour shift, it like obviously is way nicer.
Yeah.
Like,
It's easier on the brain. You don't have
hmm
all that stress running around because you start to see that you can see it on your body. Like, oh, it's harder to lose weight, right? You
yeah.
can't, you start building up fat and you're like, what the hell am I doing?
And then when
That's
you
one of
go
the,
work out, it's like the weights are heavier. It's like feels like you have sand on your legs. You don't really want to move. No, yeah, yeah. It's work-life balance is forever going to be the concept that at least our generation cares about more than anything. Just because we're aware of so much more.
yeah.
You ever
And
get that
so,
link?
oh,
Sorry,
oh,
I
sorry about
distracted
that.
you.
Yes, I did
All
get the
right,
link.
is that easier?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Just have to make sure my PayPal, I haven't used PayPal in a while.
Oh, sorry. I've been using PayPal this whole time. I know there's other ones, but it's just like the one I like to use at this point.
So I just have to like check that out. So for usually people have time frames to make a decision. Like, do you have a specific time frame
Oh
or
yeah, no, yeah. Don't feel like you have to do it now. Sorry. I just usually do this and then we set up your next call. Because that's how this works is let's say you sign up, right?
okay,
The next call will be I send you the plan and then we go over it together,
okay.
right? So usually I just like doing like we sign up today and then I have Sunday open 11 or 12. I was gonna lock you in for those days if you
Hmm.
wanted to. But if you want to wait, feel free. Like
Yeah, I
it's
just
open.
have to like check some stuff because I have like the school bills plus some other stuff. I just need to make so I just need probably about like good give me like at least a week and a half to revise stuff because right now I'm doing a project with school
No, I
and
get it. Yeah.
stuff. But
Let's do this. Let's do this. Put a $200 deposit and I'll return that to you if you don't want to sign up in the end.
mhm.
But I'm trying to lock people in before January. So If like if
Correct,
you're,
correct,
is
correct.
there any others besides like thinking about what you want to do that you have any questions about, or is it just like you want to set everything up beforehand?
No, I just have to check everything, make sure everything is cool. That way, if I can like do that as well, just to make sure that I'm not setting myself like, oh, I have to pick up overtime.
Is it better if I
But
just we just split this in payments for you, like over the 4 months, 500 a month?
probably. I
You
mean,
want
if
to just do that?
you could do that. I just have
Yeah.
to still like make sure because,
Here, hold on. Let me
I have
send
to.
that to you. All right. If that's easier for you, I don't have a preference, right? I'm good, right?
Mhm.
So that link I just sent you is the same 2K, just split over 4 months.
Okay.
All right. You decide. I would start like now. And then
Mhm.
we bake in the cheat meals for the holidays whenever you get to have the cheat meals. So that's part of the plan. But like summer will be around April is right where like it gets warm again. So you're gonna want to be shirtless. So that's why I would start now. But you decide. You want to pay up front, whatever you want, but you can also do the payments. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay. Do
That
you have,
sounds
while
like a
I'm
plan.
on the phone with you, do you have any other questions or concerns about the program?
Mm, Probably question would be if what do you I mean for my case because everybody's a different situation. For my case, and I know that I saw one of your posts about like peptide or what or um probably if you can say, oh, you can do this. If you can get a hold of this, you can do this, and you're already seeing your doctor while you're doing everything. This way help you out
So you're
in the
already
long run
enhanced.
too.
You're already enhanced, right? So like you're taking testosterone. Um, I like Retta. I'm on Retta right now. I think most people should be on it because not so much because if you're having problems with cravings, more because it is a fat burner as well. I'm assuming you're familiar with like clenbuterol.
Yes, I'm very familiar. I ne- never took it. I mean, as a as I was a kid, I took albuterol, so I
You took the
kind
cousin.
of
Yeah, yeah.
understand. So, but I never really took it because I know of all the like side effects. So I was like, what? I'll just stay away from clenbuterol.
Yeah. So it's basically Retta, I would say I'd recommend it before clenbuterol because the 40% has effect as far as fat oxidation, right? So
Hmm.
the reason clenbuterol is really good is because if your body can use carbohydrates and fats for energy, it specifically tell honestly, it specifically tells it to use fat, right? 40% increase in
Oh,
fat oxidation. So that's why, I mean, that's why people use it, right? Actors use it,
okay,
bodybuilders
okay,
use it.
okay. Got it,
So
got it, got it, got it.
retatrutide does very similar and it's less side effects,
Okay, okay, okay.
right? Now I use both for some clients if they're willing to use clenbuterol, but it's very dosage dependent. So I'm never going to tell you milligrams that I recommend, but I will tell you I
Correct.
do have your cardiovascular as the number one priority because obviously as a nurse that's like all
Hmm.
we freaking would care about. So it's very safe. The dosages are never anywhere near what a bodybuilder would take, but I definitely have experience with both. So as far as for you, specifically for cutting, you don't even need to take clenbuterol. I would say most of the bang for your buck you're going to get from the nutrition, the cardio, and the lifting. And then we
Correct.
with the testosterone, you're going to make sure you don't look stringy at the end. So it's very easy
Yeah.
transformation for you. We can always add the other things like Retta and clenbuterol at the end, but they're going to be icing on the cake compared to like just get the work done, right? Because either way, you're gonna get the work. You have to do it. Like I'm not gonna tell you if you're missing your cardio sessions that this is like gonna be great for you in 4 months, right? Like I said,
Mhm.
there's a certain standard you have to hit as far as like to keep the progression going. Does that make sense?
Correct. Yeah, it makes sense.
And then after that, then once you're lean, I don't recommend anything else until you're lean.
Mhm.
So like if you're gonna get on something like Masteron or Primobolan, it's a lot safer to do an acute phase like 4 to 8 weeks right before you're going somewhere like a summer
Mhm.
whatever or a vacation, and then you get best bang for your buck because you're already lean,
Okay,
right?
correct.
So then you just look crazy, right? On top of it, you're not trying to use
Yes.
the gear to try to make you look even better. You already look good, and then you're just gonna add the specific Primobolan or Master on. I don't do Trenbolone. I don't recommend it. I would never recommend it. But
No.
specifically
Yeah.
the DHC derivatives like those.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I was hoping I
Makes
hit what
sense.
you actually wanted to hear about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
'Cause it's always hard.
Correct.
Like it's like, can I ask this right now? Like,
Well, I mean, you know how it is. Probably when you were working, when you're working, people, the guy nurses will always ask you questions. So, what do you do? And this, and you're trying to like circumvent the actual truth and
no, no,
this,
no. I was the guy
no,
that always told the truth. I was like, I don't care if I lose my job. I just need guys need to know what's out there, bro. Like that was my
yeah,
biggest
yeah,
thing. Like bodybuilders hit it, and then nurses didn't know. So I'm like, I'm just gonna tell everyone. And like I wouldn't tell anyone unless I did it myself and like I knew how to do it myself, right? Because if you can take stuff and just do it in a smart way, then why not?
correct, correct. That's been my philosophy for the longest time.
You know,
Just I haven't had the opportunity to have a productive conversation like we're having now, because everybody, when it comes to the fitness industry, is either they only know about the stuff, but they don't know everything else, like the diet or what to really take. It's just,
yeah,
oh, bro science all of a sudden.
yeah. Or they know just one specific way to do it, and that's the only way to know to do it. And we both know like that's never going to work for everybody, right? So it's a whole, years and years of education at this point. But yeah, what else did I cared about nothing else but bodybuilding and nursing for the past 10 years. So like, what else am I supposed to
Mhm.
know about?
E- Exactly.
All right. Well, you have any more questions, or feel free to think about it. You have the links now. Do
Okay.
whatever fits for your situation. But my job here was just to get you all the information, and you make the best decision after that, as a typical nurse would.
Okay. Perfect. Yes, exactly.
All right. Well,
All right. Thank you so much for everything and your time. All right.
all right, brother. Hey, happy holidays if I don't hear
All
from you.
right. Take care. You too. Happy holidays.
All right.